let's get it.
You call Ya'ala Ban Yashkar Ban Yasha Allah.
You call Ya'ala Ban Yashikar Ban Yasha Allah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
La Yashua Allah.
La Yashua Allah.
Damn. All right.
Blow the horn. Well, you blow the horn again, right?
No. He's going to be crazy on that.
All right.
That.
Amadium, which means to stand. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Captain.
You're going to sorrow, which means to turn to face the east. I'm going to read the Lord's Prayer to Allah Shwarm Quadash. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Qudash.
Hayah.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Malachaka.
Taba'ah.
Retazaka.
Hayah.
Aisha. Barataza.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Nathanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakno. Kabawatno. Kasalakno. Kabawatino. Wala. Tabi'aino. Banasawan. Abo. Hawashino. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Wadapara. Lagalumium. Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Good, we get that. The power in the last one. Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Yahushua. Babakashah.
Nathanawa. Haka. Larpa'a. Kamakala. Wakamawa. Haka. Latahar. Amatazariah. Haka. Lahakwil. Hamathiel. Haka. Arakawa. Atama'ala. Lagarashan. Ba'asham. Yahushua. The water. Amen. Now here's a power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
The blessed Israel and Allah Shwarm Qudash. Yahweh. Ba'asham.
Yahushua.
Rakanawa.
Wa'asha'ala. Waha. Bayath.
Sapari.
Barak.
Ba'asham.
Yahushua. The water. Amen. And what we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Now we have the Psalms chapter 121 of Allah Shawadash. Asha,
Ayanya, Al-Hahayim, Ma'ayan,
Yaba'a,
Azariah,
Ma'an,
Yahweh,
Aisha, Shamayam,
Wa'arataza, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shalomar, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyamka, Yawamam, Hashamash, Layakaka, Wairak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makalrai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaka, Wabawaka, Mayata, Wa'id, Awalam. In the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my
From
help?
whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee
Will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold,
He that keepeth Yashar
he that keepeth Yasha'Allah
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
That is the book of Psalm chapter 83 in the last one with us. Alahayim,
Alahayim.
Adamayalaka,
Adamayalaka.
Altakarash,
Altakarash.
Altashakwat,
Wa'atashakwat.
Al, Kayahana,
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka,
Awayabyaka.
Yahamayawan,
Yahamayawan.
Wamashana,
Wamashana.
Yaka,
Yaka.
Nasha,
Nashal.
Nashawas, like
Nashawa,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash.
Al-Amaka,
Al-Amaka.
Yarayamwa,
Yarayamwa.
Sawada,
Sawada.
Wayatai Tazawa,
Wayataya Tazawa.
Altazawanyaka,
Altazawanyaka.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Lakawa,
Lakawa.
Wanakati Adam,
Wanakakidam.
Magalia,
Magalia.
Wala Yazakar,
Wala Yizakar.
Sham Yasha'al,
Sham Yasha'al.
Awada,
Awada.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa,
Nawai Tazawa.
Laba,
Laba.
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka,
Ayaka.
Baryath,
Baryath.
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa.
Ahawya,
Ahalia.
Adawam,
Adawam.
Wayashamalia,
Wayashma'alia.
Mawaba,
Mawaba.
Wagari,
Wahagari.
Gabal,
Gabal.
Amawan,
Wa'aimawan.
Wamalak,
Wa'aimalak.
Kalashat,
Palashat.
Amishabi,
Amishabi.
Tazawar,
Tazawar.
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar.
Nalawa,
Nalawa.
Amam,
Amam.
Ayawa,
Hayawa.
Zarawat,
Zarawat.
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat.
Lawat,
Lawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham.
Kamadian,
Kamadia.
Kasiyah Sarah,
Kasiyah Sarah.
Yabya,
Kayabya.
Banakal,
Banakal.
Koyashwan,
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa. Ba'ayan Dara.
Bayandara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Dama,
Dama.
Ladama,
Ladama.
Sayatamwa,
Shaitamwa.
Nadayamawa,
Nadayamawa.
Kairab,
Kairab.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakatazamanai,
Wakazazamanai.
Kanasai Kamwa,
Kanasai Kamwa.
Ashar,
Ashar.
Amarwa,
Amarwa.
Narishah,
Nayarisha.
Lanawa,
Lanawa.
Ah, Nawa,
Na'awa.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa,
Shaitamwa.
Kagagala,
Kagagala.
Kakwash,
Kakwash.
Lapanya,
Lapanya.
Roka,
Raka.
Kaash,
Kaash.
Tabair,
Tabairu.
Yairu,
Yairu.
Wakalaba,
Wakalaba.
Talahat,
Salahat.
Ariyam,
Haryam.
Khan,
Khan.
Taradafma,
Daradapma.
Basairika,
Basairika.
Wabasawapaka,
Wabasawapathka.
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam.
Mala'a,
Mala'a.
Panyaham,
Panyaham.
Kualawan,
Kualawan.
Wabakwashwa,
Webakwashwa.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Wabahawa,
Wayabahalwa.
Adyai,
Adyai.
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa.
It's like Wayabaadwa,
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa.
Hayata,
Hayata.
Shamka,
Shimka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Labadka,
Labadka.
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan.
Alcohol,
Alkahah.
Arataza.
Arataza. Psalm chapter 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence,
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For
lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted.
Against
thy hidden ones.
They
have said.
They have said,
Come. And let us cut them off.
And let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
That
the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab. And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
And
Ammon.
And
Amalek.
The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also was joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. And like Zeeb. Yea. All their princes as Zabah. And as Zalmunna. Who said, Let us take to ourselves. The houses of God in possession. O Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth they wood. And as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yaka'ala.
Wa Yaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapim.
Hasaranyim.
Hakwatazayayim.
Hakwatazayayim.
Hakayoyayim.
Hakayoyayim.
Wahakwatim.
Wahakwatim.
Yahweh.
Bashim.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
The water.
Amen.
Now in the English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. All right. Just going to set that down. All right, now Mashabil, which means to sit. Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK. It started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, in 1969. We're under Commanding General Yohana. Oh, copy. Can you adjust the camera? Here to teach the truth of the Bible that so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites according to the scriptures. This is going to be our Sabbath service class, which is going to be, of course, the continuation of what we left off last week, where we go into the Old Testament to read in the Lashon Kodash dialect. You understand? It's what we do every single week. It is a law, a statute, a commandment to keep the Sabbath service and to keep it holy. You understand? There's sacrifices that are necessary to get that done, just like how there are sacrifices to get anything done. And I don't want to hear it from fake Israelites out there that try to say, oh, well, the Most High is going to give us a pure language. No, because we have to earn everything that we get. And that comes down to us practicing, rehearsing the righteous acts, coming back to our heritage, and maybe perhaps there'll be a fine-tuning of our Lashon Kodash. But we are coming back to the oldest language that we possibly can, and which is our original language. You understand?
Right.
And so the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yohana, we take the effort to give the Most High our all, and that includes coming back to our language, coming back to our culture. And so we're going to pick up where we left off last week. We're going to be in Exodus chapter 6, verse
18.
Verse 18, read through 14 verses.
Come on, concert.
And we're going to break down as we go along, right? We only have one reader today, so just know that Officer Yakayal is going to get plenty of practice today. But he's been doing excellent in reading, so let's get it in. Go ahead.
Okay. Wabanya, Kwahath, Ima rum. Waya taza har. Waka ba ra one. Wa I za y'all. Washa naya. Kayaya. Kwahath. Shalash. Washala Shayam. Wama Salaki. Wama'ath. Shana. Verse 19. Wabanya. Mara Raya. Machalaya. Wama wa Shaya. Allah. Masha Pachath. Ha Salaki. Khala Waya. Latha Salaki. Latha la da thumb. Verse 20. Waya Quath. I marum. Ath. Yawa Kabad. Da Thawa. Lower. La Asha. Wathalad. Lower. Ath. Aharon. Wa'ath. Masha. Washanaya. Khaya. Slagi. Khayaya. Imarum. Shabai. Washala Shayam. Wama Ath. Shana. Verse 21. Banya. Yataza R. Salakia. Yataza Har. Yeah. Kara. Salakia. Karach. Wana Pag. Wazakaraya. Verse 22. Wabanya. Isaiah. Select Isaiah. Maya Shal. Wa'ala Taza Pan. Wasa Tharaya. Verse 23. Waya Kwach. Aharan. Ath. Alaya Shabai. Bath. Imaya na Dab. Achawath. Lachashawan. Lawa. La Asha. Wathala. It's like Wathalad. Lawa. Ath. Nadab. Wa'ath. Abaya Hawa. Ath. Alai Zar. Wa'ath. Ayathamar. Verse 24. Wabanya. Karach. Asa. Select Asa Yar. Wa'ala Khwana. Wa'abaya Asap. Allah. Masha Pachath. Hakwa. It's like Hakwa Ra Kaya. Verse 25. Wa'alai. Select. Wa'ala I Zar. Banya. Or Ban. Select it. Ban. Aharan. La Kwacha. La Wa. Mabana Wath. Pawa Ta Ya Al. La Wa. La Asha. Wathalad. La Wa. Atha. Payana Kas. Allah. Ra'ashaya. Abba Wath. Halawa Yam. Lamasha Pachatham. Verse 26. Hawa'a Aharan. Wa Masha. Ashar. Amar. Yahweh. Lacham. Hawa Taza Ya'awa. Atha. Banya. Yasra'ala. Ma'arataza. Matazarium. Al. Tazaba Thumb. Verse 27. Ham. Hamada Barayam. Al. Parai. Malak. Matazarium. Lacha Wataza Yah. Atha. Banya. Yasra'ala. Matazarium. Hawa. Masha. Wa'a Haran. Verse 28. Waya Haya. Baya Wam. Dabar. Yahweh. Al. Masha. Rataza. Matazarium. Verse 29. Wayadabar. Yahweh. Al. Masha. La Mar. Anaya. Yahweh. Dabar. Al. Parai. Malak. Matazarium. Atha. Kal. Ashar. Anaya. Badar. Dabar. Alayak. Verse 30. Wayamar. Masha. Lapanya. Yahweh. Khan. Anaya. I select Arl. Shapa Thayam. Wa'a Yak. Yasha Mai. Alaya. Parai. Exodus 7, verse 1. Wayamar. Yahweh. Al. Masha. Ra. Nathayak. Alahayim. La Parai.
Yeah, just that first verse.
Come on, concert. Wa Haran. Achayak. Ya. Naba Ya Salaki Naba Ya Ak.
Most High in Christ. Let's get that in Exodus chapter 6, start at verse 18.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 6, verse 18 in the English. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, and Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzel. And the years of the life of Kohath were 133 years. And the sons of verse 19, and the sons of Merari, Mahali, and Mashai. These are the families of Levi according to their generations.
Keep going.
Verse 20, and Amram took him Jochebed, his father's sister, to wife, and she bare him Aaron and Moses, and the in the years of the life of Amram were 137 years.
This is important because it's recapping the lineage that would lead to Moses. So we know Moses is, in fact, a Levite through these generations. Go ahead.
Verse 21, and the sons of Izhar, Korah, and Nepheg, and Zikri. Verse 22, and the sons of Uzel, Mishael, and Elzaphan, and Z3. Verse 23, and Aaron took him Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab, sister of Nahshon, to wife, and she bare him Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Verse 24, and the sons of Korah, Asur, and Elkanah, and Abiyasaph. These are the families of the Korites. Verse 25, and Eleazar's, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of Putiel to wife, and she bare him Phinehas. These are the heads of the fathers of the Levites according to their families.
Keep going.
Verse 26. These are that Aaron and Moses to whom the Lord said, bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt according to their armies.
According to their what?
To their armies.
Israel is an army, because there's rank and order and structure in the priesthood, rank and order structure in the bloodline lineage itself. And that's something that has been lost through time because other civilizations come up and they have come into power and they have subdued our people. And our people don't understand the bloodline that they have within them is actually a bloodline of an army, because right. Israel is considered to be an army. Not only are we separated from one another and our different tribes, we're separated as a nation. We're separated, divided by languages, divided by dang near everything. And so we have to come back to one single mind. And in doing so, that gives us our strength, because they understand that because our people are naturally an army of people, that's exactly why they want us separate from each other. And when we come out of here in America, we're going to be as one army.
Right.
An exceeding great army, to be exact. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And these are they which spake to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring out the children of Israel from Egypt. These are that Moses and Aaron. Verse 28. And it came to pass on the day when the Lord spake unto Moses in the land of Egypt. Verse 29. That the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, I am the Lord. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I say unto thee.
So the Most High is giving Moses further instructions of what to tell the Pharaoh. Keep going.
Verse 30. And Moses said before the Lord, behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me?
Keep going. Next chapter. First verse.
Come on. chapter 7, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet.
Notice a lowercase g right here. So I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, meaning a power unto him, meaning he's going to show his power through Moses and the things that Moses is then going to be able to do. And we know this is true because he parted the Red Sea.
Right.
You understand? With the power of the Most High. You understand? So the Most High can grant power to somebody. And Moses, he at that time was not in the position to assume that that's the power that he withheld. So we know that that's something the Most High can give somebody. And the Most High doesn't always deal with the wise and the prudent. Sometimes he deals with those that are of low stature, of low estate, those that are the underdogs. And what better way to give inspiration to our people to know that no matter where you come from, no matter what background you have or what upbringing you have, that the Most High can work through you when you set forth your purpose to make sure that his will be done on the earth. When you prioritize that, that's when this really starts to come together. And every brother in this has their talents and things that they bring to the table. And in us doing so, we together are a conglomerate of priests, of power that is of the Most High. And so we have to tap back into that, you understand, and not be distracted by this present world that has us subdued to the point where we feel like we are nothing. So in the ISUPK, we come back to realizing that we have capabilities that our ancestors did not know of until you go this far back. That our oppressors never allowed us to know our capabilities. We're not supposed to know this truth, but we know it anyways. We're here in front of you right now showing you that. It's time for us to come back to that. Keep going. Oh, we got to go back to the Hebrew.
Come.
We're going to read another
14.
Yeah, so that's going to put you, I believe, verse 15.
Come on.
Yeah, it's going to have you through verse 15.
Atha, Thada, Bar, Atha, Kal, Ashar, Ataza, Wak, Wa'a, select, Wa'aharan, Acha, Yak, Adabar, Al, Parai, Washa, La Lach, Atha, Banya, Yasra'ala, Rataza, Salakia, Ratazawa, verse 3, Naya, Aqua Shah, Atha, Lab, Parai, Wahara, Baya, Thaya, Ath, Thaya, Wa'ath, Ma, Pa, Thaya, Ba'aratza, Matazarium, verse 4, Wala, Yasha Mai, Allah Kham, Parai, Wana, so like one Nath, Thaya, Atha, Ya Daya, Yadya, Ba Matazarium, Waha, Wa Taza'a, Thaya, Atha, Taza Ba A Thaya, Atha, I Maya, Banya, Yasra'ala, Marataza, Matazarium, Basha Pa Tayam, Gada La Yum, verse 5, Wayada Aiwa, Matazarium, Kaya, Anaya, Yahawa, Banata, Thaya, Atha, Yadya, Al, Matazarium, Waha, Wa, Taza'a, Thaya, Atha, Banya, Yasra'ala, Matha, Wa, Come. Verse 6, Waya, Aish, Masha, Wa, Haran, Ka'a, Shar, Taza, Wa, Yahweh, Atham, Khan, Aishawa. Verse 7, Wa, Masha, Ban, Shama, Nayam, Shana, Wa, Ahran, Ban, Shalash, Wa, Shama, Nayam, Shana, Bada, Baram, Al, Parai. Verse 8, Wa Yamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Wa Al, Ahran, La'amar. Verse 9, Kaya, Yadabar, Alakam.
It's actually Aaron.
Salakia.
That's what Officer Ron's name is, Aaron.
Aran,
Mm-hmm.
concert. Verse 9, Kaya, Adabar, Alakam, Parai, La'amar, Thanaya, Thanawa, Lakam, Mawa, Path,
Mm-hmm.
Wa'ama, Rath, Al, Aharan, Kwach, Ath, Matak,
Mm-hmm.
Wahashalak, Lapanya,
Mm-hmm.
Parai, Yahaya, Lata, Yawa, no,
Yan.
Lata Nayan.
There you go.
Verse 10, Waya Ba, Masha, Wa Ahran, Al, Parai, Waya Aishwa, Khan, Ashar, Taza, Wa, Yahweh, Waya Shalak, Aran, Ath, or Atha. Is that Atha, sir?
No, it's just Oth.
Ath.
Technically, it doesn't even exist, but go ahead.
Come on, sir. Matha, Hawa,
Mm-hmm.
Lapa, Naya, Parai, Wala, Panya,
Badyawa.
Badua, Wa Ya Haya, Lathanaya Yan. Verse 11, Wa Ya Kwara, Gam, Parai, Lacha Kama Yam, Wala Ma Kasha Payam, Waya I Shawa, Gam, Ham, Hara Ta Maya, Matazarium, Balaha ta Yaham Khan. Verse 12. Waya Shala Ya Kawa Ayash Matahawa Waya
Hayawa.
Waha Waya Hayawa Lata Naya Nam Waya Balaya Balai Mata Aran Ath
Matathum.
Matatum. Verse 13. Waya ha zakha lab parai wala shamai alaham ka'asha salakia ka'ashar dabar Yahweh. Verse 14. Wa Yamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Kabad, Lab, Parai, Ma'an, Lasha, Lach, Ha'im. Verse 15. Lach, Al, Parai, Bakar, Hana, Yataza, Yataza, Hama Ya Ma, Wana Taza Bath, Lakhara Thawa, Al, Shapath, Haya Ar, Wahama Ta, Ashar, Naha Pak, La, so like La Na Hash, the Kwach, Baya Dak.
Excellent. Give him a hand. There's a lot of reading. Make sure you get some water if you need some water.
Yeah. It's like,
Well, let's go ahead and get that into English.
come.
If y'all have water.
Do we have water?
Sir, is this your water?
Was that my water?
That was sitting right here. Okay.
Go ahead.
Was it yours?
It was verse. What was that? Verse 2.
Verse 2. Come on, concert.
It might not have been. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 7, verse 2. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. Verse 4. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments.
You understand? The Most High is going to have angels of death go around the judgment of the Egyptians. We don't see that necessarily in our realm, except for certain cases. It may show us a pillar of fire, it may show us a chariot, you know what I'm saying? But there's things that happen behind the scenes that we don't see. The Most High's armies, they operate above our comprehension, that's for sure. You understand? So the Most High is telling them, look, this is what's going to happen. You're going to tell him to let y'all go. He's going to say no, but you're going to expect him to say no. So you'll know what's going on before it actually goes down. Read on.
Come on.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand up. Oh, no, we already read that, sir.
Yeah, just read it again.
Lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments.
That's the part we need to get to. Out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. All right. Now, again, the interesting thing about the dynamic here in America is such an established country that's been around for 250 years now that there's too many of us. They want us to leave.
Right.
Back then, they didn't want us to leave, but at the same time, they didn't want us to outnumber them. So at some point, they'll give in, but it's not without a lot of events happening first and without them catching hell and realizing that, wait, there may actually be something to these people being protected by a power or the Most High, that they don't understand that concept because they're caught up in their gods of the Egyptians, their gods of the other nations. And it's no different nowadays because they feel like we don't have a power to protect us, so they walk all over our people. Meanwhile, they worship and praise their gods, their pagan deities, as if they're real and they don't exist. But how much more real is it about to get when the Most High shows his judgment on these other nations? That's what we have to pray and look forward to. And when it happens, do not be surprised when it happens because we're reading about it happening. Of course, in the prophecies, but this is referring to an older time. And it happened before and it's happening again because the prophecies that we've come out and read are what pertain to our time. This is what pertains to their time. Read on.
Verse 5, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. Mm-hmm. Verse 6, and Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded them, so did they. Verse 7, and Moses was 80 years old.
So he was 80 years old. Go ahead.
And Aaron 83 years old.
So 3 years older than his brother. Okay, so 83. Go ahead.
And they spake unto Pharaoh. Verse 8, and the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, verse 9, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. Verse 10, and Moses and Aaron went unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Verse 11, then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner, so like with their enchantments.
Enchantment. What's an enchantment? What verse was that again?
Verse 11.
Verse 11. When it says enchantment, that means enchantment meaning coming from the origin word, primitive root. Enchantment. Enchantment normally means to scorch or to blaze or as a flame. So when it's saying enchantment, it's like a show. You understand?
Right.
So how is it that they're able to quote unquote do the same thing? Do you have any idea?
It's a magic trick.
Like a modern day magic trick, right? Or what? What's another word they call it? An illusion.
Smoke and mirrors.
They used the actual serpent.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They may have had it in some kind of a, you know what I mean? It doesn't explain all that, but we know one thing's for certain, and they don't have the power of the Most High.
Right.
But the Most High gave and made Moses a god of the Pharaoh. That's what he said, right? Right. So he's actually performing these miracles. And how do you know that the Lord is on his side? Because his rod or his serpent actually went and tore up the other ones.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 12, for they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents, but Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
Go ahead.
Verse 13, and he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Mm-hmm. Verse 14, and the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refuseth to let the people go. Verse 15, get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. Lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's bank against he come, and the rod which was turned into a serpent shalt thou take in thy hand, and thou shalt say unto him, the Lord God of the...
We stopped at verse 15.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We're going to get back in there. We're going to read the rest of this chapter. 1, 2. Let's see. And then through verse 4 of the next chapter.
Come on, sir.
It's going to continue to go through the plagues that were brought upon Egypt. I hate that every time I hear this story, I automatically think of that movie, the old movie. What was it called? I forget the name of the movie. The Ten Commandments. I think
The Commandments of Charleston Heston.
Yeah, that old. I don't know what was it, the 40s or 50s. And that's the thing about that's an enchantment. First of all,
right.
That right there is an enchantment of how the enemy takes uses the technology of the time, right, to create an illusion of this is the truth.
Right.
And so you have to understand that's what's been happening. Our people have been under the enchantment of the oppressor.
Right.
We have to break away from that by coming and reading the Bible and knowing that the people that it's talking about are dark-skinned people, first of all, and that's our people.
Right.
And that breaks us away from the funk. It brings us out of their trance. You know what I'm saying? Brings us back out of the matrix, basically, so to speak, out of the illusion or false reality that they've created through their vain words and lies. Because the Bible is the truth, and it goes beyond all of the of their attempts to try to keep us from knowing who we are. Now we're going to continue to read in the Lashon Kodash. Keep going.
This is Book of Exodus, chapter 7, verse 16. Wa'amarath ala Yahweh, Yahweh, ala Haya, Ha'ai Bara Yam, Shala Chanaya, ala Yak, La Amar, Shalach, Ath, I Maya, Waya, I, it's like Badanaya, Bamadavar, Wahana, La'a, Shama, Ith, Id, Ka, verse 17, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Baza'ath, Dai, Kaya, Anaya, Yahweh, Hana, Ana, Kaya, Macha, Bama, Ta, Ashar, Baya, Daya, so like Bayadya, Al, Hamayam, Ashar, Bayar, Wanaha Pakawa, Ladam, verse 18, Waha da Ga, Ashar, Baya, it's like Bayar, Tama Wath. It's like it? Tamawath. Thamawath. So like Thamawath. Waba Ash. Haya. It's like Haya Ar. Wanala Awa. Matazarium, Lasha Thawath, Mayam, Man, Haya, it's like Hayar. Verse 19, Waya Amar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Amar, Al, Aran, Hakwach, Matach, Wana, Ta, Yadak, Al, Mayam, Maya, Matazarium, Al, Nahara, Thum, Al, Ya, Ra, Ya, Hum, Wa'al, Aga, Ma, Yum, Wa'al, Call, Mahwa, Wa, Maya, Ma, Yaham. Wahaya Yawa. Dam. Yahaya. Dam. Wahaya. Dam. Bakal. Rataza. Matazarium. Waba I Tazayam. Waba ba Nayam. Verse 20. It's like Waya I Shawa. Khan. Masha. Wa Aran. Ka Ashar. Tazawa. Yahweh. Waya Ram. Ba ma ta wa yak ath hamayam ashar bayar la I ya naya parai wa la I ya naya aba yawa wa ya ha pakawa call hamayam ashar baya it's like baya ar ladam. Verse 21. Waha da ga ashar baya ar mata waya ba ash Chaya ar wala wakala lawa matazarium lashata wath mayam man chaya ar wahaya. It's like waya haya hadam bakal Arataza, Matazarium. Verse 22. Waya I Shawa, Khan, Kara Tamaya, Matazarium, Bala Taya Ham, Waya Ha Zach, Lab, Parai, Wala, Shamai, Alacham, Ka'ashar, Dabar, Yahweh. Verse 23. Waya Pan, Parai, Waya Ba, Al, Baya Tawa, Wala, Shath, Labawa, Gam, Lazaath. Verse 24. Wayaha Parawa, Call, Matazarium, Sabaya Bath, Chaya Ar, Mayam, Lashata Wath, Kaya, La'a, Yaka Lawa, Lashath, Lashatath, Lashatath, Mayam, Mamayam Ya, Haya Ar. Verse 25. Waya ma la Shabai, Shabaith, Yama Yam, Acharaya, Akaria, Kawath, Yahweh, Ath, Hayar. Exodus 8, verse 1
through 4. Go ahead.
Come on, concert. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, Ba, Al, Parai, Wa Amar, it's like Wa Mar Wa Amarath, Ala Yawa, Ka, Amar, Yahweh, Shalach, Ath, I Maya, Waya, I Ba, Da Naya. Verse 2. Wa'am, it's like Ma'an, Atha, Lashal, Lach, Hana, Ana, Kaya, Naga, what is that? Nagap, Ath, Call, Gaba, Wa, Lach,
Batazaparadayam.
Bataza,
Paradayam.
Patazaparadayam.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Washarai,
Rataza.
so like it. Washarataza, Haya Ar, Rat, Taza, Tazapara, Dai, Ayam.
A long ass word for
Yeah,
fall.
that's a tongue twister. Wa I Lawa, Waba Awa, Ba Ya Thak, La Ba Kha,
Bakadar.
Waba Kadar, Mashaka Bak, Wa Al, Mata Thak, Waba Ba Yath, Abba Da Yak, Waba I Mak, Waba Thana Wa Rayak, Waba Ma Sha Ra Wathayak. Verse 4. Waba Ka, Waba I Mak, Waba Call, I Ba Da Yak, Ya I Lawa, Hataza Pa Ra Da Ayam.
Excellent. Let's get that in English now. Verse 16.
Verse 16.
7 and 16. Come on.
Exodus 7, verse 16 in English. And thou shalt say unto him, the Lord God of the Hebrews hath sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, here, higher throw, what's that word?
Hitherto.
Hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Verse 17, thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in mine hand unto the waters which are in the river, and they shall turn into blood. Turn to blood, Salakia. Verse 18, and the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink the water in the river.
That's the lifeblood of that water. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it's gonna turn it into damn near like Flint, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just no use for the water. Go ahead.
Verse 19, and the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch it out, and stretch out thy hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone.
Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 20. And Moses and Aaron did so as the Lord commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh.
In the what?
In the river in the sight of Pharaoh.
You have to understand that when we do things, when we put on a display in front of our enemies, it is so they know the Most High is with us. It isn't done in no sneaky way to try to avoid confrontation. That's why we're right there in front of the Alamo, no matter what is in our way. You understand what I'm saying? That we follow the guidance of the men above us, because the Most High is going to give the order down to where it naturally gets to where we are, and we can accomplish the mission. And so, you speaking at camp is like Moses striking that water. You know what I'm saying? The works that you do is you defying the leaders of this place. You know what I'm saying? It's televised. It's all over social media now, the things that we do. You getting a boot kiss? Quit playing. What it does to the morality of the enemy when they see that. They think, how could somebody stoop so low? One of our people stooping so low. Oh, they must be liberal. No, we get conservatives to kiss our boots too.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
right.
But because it's a spiritual thing, they don't have control over that. When we do these things, when we're speaking at camp, you're taking on the spirit of the Most High, and that's why we are an army, because that is our identity as a priesthood and a nation of priests and kings, and you know what I'm saying about princesses. We have the ability to do what the others don't.
Right.
Keep going.
And in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. Mm-hmm. Verse 21. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. Yeah. Verse 22. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto them, as the Lord had said. Verse 23. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house, neither did he set his heart to this also. Verse 24. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. Mm-hmm. Verse 25. And 7 days were fulfilled after that the Lord had smitten the river. 7 days without a true water supply. I wonder how they fared after that long. Can't even go 1 day without taking a shower, let alone a bottle of water. It wasn't convenient like the way it is now, where you got it all preserved and, stored up in plastic and all this kind of stuff. Right. Back then, it was straight from the Nile. It was straight from their vessels of potter and wood and stone. Right. So it had to have either been already set up or there's 7 days of just straight up thirst and starvation. Keep going. Go to verse 1 in the next chapter. We're going to chapter 8, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord, let my people go, and that they may serve me. Go ahead. Verse 2. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all the borders with frogs. This is an escalation. You understand? Now, of course, Pharaoh, being the quote unquote powerful man that he is, how come he's not just taking Moses captive and killing him right there? You know why? Why do you think he's not doing that? Because he's making these threats to Pharaoh directly, but yet Pharaoh is not touching him, not killing him, or ordering for him to be killed. We know pharaohs have executioners. Right. Joseph worked under one. It's because the Most High was with him. Right. When the Most High is with you, who could be against you? That's right. And also, Pharaoh's starting to understand that Moses is not to be played with because of the power that he serves. And that's another reason why we don't get touched. Right. We better make sure that we're staying righteous so that we continue to be under the Most High's protection. Most High, correct. Go ahead. Verse 3. And the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into thy house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy kneading troughs. Right. Just
everywhere. Frogs
Right.
all over. Frogs, I don't know if you ever touch frogs. They some
slimy, nasty.
got all kinds of bacteria
Right.
and slime and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nobody want to deal with no frogs like that. But they finna get frogged in here in a minute. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And the frogs shall come up both on thee and upon thy people and upon all thy servants.
Yeah. Can you imagine the women? Women get, men too. Man, you see a spider, a lot of brothers, but rat. But frogs? That's such a specific thing, you know what I mean? Imagine how that got people panicking. Just frogs. Just throw frogs at them. You know what I mean? After all these other ones, maybe it's not so bad. Well, let's see what happens. But we got to read a little more. Go ahead and go. You're going to read the next 7 verses.
It's like I need something to drink.
We just got 7 more.
Come on,
7 more, and then we're done.
Come on, sir.
We're going to read through verse 11.
We're on verse 5?
Yeah.
Come on, sir. Exodus chapter 8, verse 5 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Yahweh Al Mashah Amar Al Aran Nata Ath Yadak Bama Tak Al Hanaha Rath Al Haya Arayam Wa'al Ha'a Gum Salah Wa'a Gum Mayan Waha'al Ath Hataza Para Dayam Dayam Al Arataza Matazarium Waya it's like what Yath
It's Ta, so it's
Ta
Wayat.
Wayat Aran Ath Yadawa Al Maya Matazarium Wata Al Hataza Para Dai Wata Kas Ath Arataza Matazarium. Verse 7. Waya I Shawa Khan Hakara Tamayam Bala Tayaham Waya I Lawa Ath Hatazapa Rada Ayam Al Arataza Matazarium. Verse 8. It's like Waya Khara A Parai La Masha Wa La Haran Waya Amar Ha'ai Tha Ya Rawa Al Yahweh Waya Sar Hatazapara da Ayam Mamanaya Wama I Maya Wa'am Slag Wa'am Shalaha Ath Ha'aim Waya Za Ba Kawa La Yahweh. Verse 9. Wayamar Masha La Parai Hata Pa Ar Ailaya lama taya I the yar lak wala I bada yak wala I mak la hakara yath hatazapara da ayam mamak wama ba
Bathia.
bathyak pakwa baya ar the sha arana
Or no one. Or not.
salaka.
No, go ahead.
Verse 10 Wayamar lama kar waya amar kadaba rak lama awa salaka lama aim the dai kaya ayan kaya ha
Kayahawa.
kayahawa alahayanawa. Verse 11 wasa rawa
It's Wasarawa.
wasarwa hatazapara da ayam mamak wamada yak wama I badayak wama I mak rakwa baya amar tasha na.
Most High Christ. Give me a hand. And we're gonna finish that up. So you're gonna read in the English chapter 8, verse 5 to 11.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Chapter 8, verse 5 through 11 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. Verse 6, and Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Verse 7, and the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt.
They keep trying to copy us
Right.
at every turn and take the credit for the things that we're actually doing. Now, I don't understand why the magicians are doing it. It's only making the matter worse. So that don't make sense. But it's for their pride that they do these things so they can prove, oh, see, look, we got power too.
Right.
We could be better. We're better than them. They ain't got no God to protect them. They must be fooling us somehow. That's how they assume. That's what they think. Go ahead.
Verse 8, then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, entreat the Lord that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may go and sacrifice unto the Lord. Verse 9, and Moses said unto Pharaoh, glory over me. When shall I entreat for thee and for thy servants and for thy people to destroy the frogs from thee and thy houses, that they may remain in the river only?
So now the Pharaoh is the frogs actually got to the Pharaoh.
Yeah,
that's what made him crack first. He said, entreat of the Lord, they may get these frogs from out here, man. Like he's really talking about negotiating now. Go ahead.
Verse 10, and he said, tomorrow, and he said, be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Lord our God. Verse 11, and the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. Verse.
We're gonna leave it at that and let it cliffhang until the next Sabbath service where things get turned up even more. You know what I'm saying? We done dealt with what was the first plague? It was I forget which one it was, but then it was the Nile turning red. Oh, the snake. It was the snake attack, right? Then it was the Nile turning red, and we got frogs, all types of stuff going on. And so it's just more and more curses upon Egypt. You understand? To get to the point where it's completely obvious that Pharaoh needs to stop messing with Israel. And in a very likewise fashion, the Most High is bringing birth pains on the earth to then slowly show the narrative that our people are not to be treated wrong. While they try to puff up their false Israelites, the fake Jews, and try to do everything to appease them. And meanwhile, at the very same time, disrespecting our people and oppressing our people, and all that is the narrative of the Bible playing out. And they're going to find out that their way does not work. Right. And it is, in fact, what is destroying them because of their arrogance against the real children of Israel. So with that, Amadim. Go ahead and blow her. Strap this up.
Some wine.
This will not be the only water you get.
La Yashra'Allah.
La Yashra'Allah.
The only one you get.
It's like I can't turn wine back into wine. I can't turn water into wine either. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you said water.
Go ahead, copy your lead the way. Oh,
Right.
like grab this.
Right. With that, everybody's going to imagine, which means to stand in the Sawa Panwak Wadam, which means to turn and face the east. And read the Lord's Prayer in the last one Wadash. Right? Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Rabzayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashman. Latanana. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakna. Kawadna. Kasalakna. Kabawatinawa. Wala. Tabi'aynawa. Manasai 1. Ball. Hawashaynawa. Ayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Watapara. I love you. Amen. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the power? For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Turn face me. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak Yah.
Go ahead and say that down. Blow the horn one more time. All right, sister may have a seat. At this time, brothers, what we're going to do is we're going to give the brothers one courtesy salute. Individual, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yadi Matah. Sorry, we're going to turn to face the sister for one courtesy salute. Individual, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Yadi Matah. Dismiss. That's going to conclude ISUPK San Antonio.